Okay, we're back on the show. It's me, Hugh. Jen is here, and now we just saw that demonstration of, I guess we'll call it performance art for now. We have Harmony Khan joining us here, and Harmony, that was great.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about what that art form is and how you got into it, and a little bit about yourself.
Okay.
Tell us everything all at once.
So I'll just start from the very, very beginning. So when I was younger, I immigrated here from Hong Kong, and because my parents are first generation, they worked very hard to make sure that we retain our culture and our traditions, and one of which was putting me in Chinese dance class.
Wow.
And so from 1999 to 2007, I was part of a traditional Chinese folk dance company. And they're called Norman Dance Company, and that's where I learned the traditional art of folk dancing and Chinese folk dancing. Mm-hmm. And from that point on, I continued practicing and performing at Leah Porcelain, Markham Theatre, and all throughout the GTA with that company. And when I went to university, my parents said, well, dancing's not going to get you anywhere, so buckle down for school. And that's when I took my break. And once I left home, I was given more freedom, and that's when I started going out clubbing. And when I saw those nightlife performers, I thought to myself, hey, I have something to offer that they haven't seen yet. Mm-hmm. And so for the last 2-3 years, I've been taking bits and pieces from what I've learned during my time with Norman Dance Company. And I was able to, within my first year, make it into a go-go dance group called Electric Entertainment.
Electric Entertainment?
Yes. And we performed at Ever After Music Festival just the previous year.
Did you bring any of your Chinese dance training to the go-go dancing?
Yes, I actually did. There's lots of techniques that I try my best to weave into the EDM scene. And it's, I think, important for me to share my culture and traditions as well, and I think that it bumps it up to something a little more reachable to the modern audience, and I think it bridges a gap between today and the past, and I think that it opens communication for people to take interest in my culture and traditions, and I think I produce a one-of-a-kind performance that merges today's dance as well as the traditions that I've learned through my old dance company.
So I take it you'd be happy to answer anybody's questions about this then? Like if somebody sees what you're doing and says, you got to tell me about what you're
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Because part of why I started doing this silk fan dancing and freestyling together was because I actually hated my Chinese dance classes when I was younger. And my parents had tried really hard to retain that kind of traditional package.
Right.
And this turned something I didn't like into something that I love, something that's of my own. And I believe in having integrity and chasing my dreams, and this is what I'm doing, and I'm living it now.
Well, I'm just curious because you hated those lessons when you were a kid, right? But
they gave you a crazy discipline, I suppose, and
yes,
and the technique,
work ethic, and also tradition, but also being professional in the dance world. I think that I definitely have to give thanks to my teacher, Mr. Chan, for teaching me all those techniques from all those years before, because I have never forgotten them, and I'm very proud to be able to share some of what he has taught me in those years before.
So my question about that is that you didn't like it when you were a kid, but now that you've been able to take what you learned,
yes,
and bring it into, in a sense, create your own art form,
yes,
in the new environment, do you have a little bit more respect for that tradition that it comes from than maybe you had when you were a kid?
Yes, for sure. I think that when I was younger, I didn't quite understand why my parents wanted to put me in those lessons and why they were so important. And as I go back and rediscover and actually do some research too into where this dancing comes from, it actually goes way back. And I'm glad to be showing something that we don't see on the regular, and something that's old but turned new.
So there was that the campaign currently right now on the TTC it's got the ballet dancers
Yes.
and everything in it, and I know there was a lot of people who were like, I don't know, there was like weird backlash against it because they were too skinny, because I don't know, like you're a trained dancer, so I don't know how you feel about that weird little backlash between, and like obviously I'm trying to make you say that it was weird, but you know, as a trained dancer, you've got like a certain musculature, but you've been doing it forever, so you're like, I don't know how you feel about.
Well, we're athletes.
Yeah,
and I think people should understand that dance is it's not just looking pretty, it's being an athlete. So for the last 2.5 months, every other morning I wake up at a little before 6 and I go through my practice, and whatever extra time I have after work, I practice as well. And for people to say, oh, they're so skinny and it's so shameful, no, we worked our way to be where we are, and we worked very hard. And so I don't think there's any shame in what we do. And, you know, beauty comes in all shapes and sizes, whether you're big or small. And being part of Electric Entertainment, what our motto is that size is just a number. If you can dance and you have talent, and that's what matters. And that's what I stand for too. I'm definitely not the, you know, traditional super thin dancer, but what matters is the effort and the time that you put into your craft and your talent. And with time and with the Raw Showcase, I think that it's definitely shown me the support that I've been getting from all my friends, and it's definitely, I'm very grateful for it all.
Have you gotten to see any of the other performers? Are there going to be other dancers performing that night?
I've been to the walkthrough meeting, and I was able to meet some designers, not so much as many performers as I would like, but I'm sure on the day of, I'll be able to chat with them some more and get to know them.
Now, how do your parents, what do they think of what you've done, bringing what they wanted you to do and bringing
So,
it to the world?
so they actually have no idea.
I was
Really?
going to say, like,
Yeah, so hi, Mom and Dad. Like,
your
What,
parents.
are you keeping it secret from them?
yes, they have no idea that my performance is next week. They have no idea what I've been doing within the last 2 years. I've kind of kept it all under wraps because I don't know what they'll think. And
I take it that they're still kind of traditional Chinese.
yes.
Parents, yeah. But it's wonderful that you ended up getting more freedom after you moved out, though, because I know there's a lot of people struggle with. Did you struggle with that at all?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Do you carry some guilt?
I do carry some guilt, but at the same time, I know what I'm doing hurts nobody, and it shares my culture with other people. So I never really let go of the traditions and cultures that my teacher and my family has instilled in me, but it's more like bringing light to it, turning a positive spin on it, making it my own, and being able to share it with other people.
That's actually awesome.
It's
that you're
totally
doing
awesome,
that,
yeah.
right?
Thank you.
Even though you have to live a double life.
But that's what makes it exciting.
I know.
But there was no way your parents were ever going to go into a go-go club anyway, right?
Yeah,
So-
that's great. I
Yeah.
do not want to see that. So,
What do you, besides the fans, what kind of costume, I'm being really shallow here, what kind of costume do you wear? Like, is it pretty?
well, for the Raw performance, I have some wonderful friends, actually. With just this past September, I was able to walk at a fashion show for Razor Latex, which is a Toronto designer duo made up of Rachel Shashevsky and Yael Shoham. And Yael, one of the designers, will be helping me with my outfit. So I'm going to keep it all under wraps because I definitely want some of you to show up at my show. But it will be nonetheless a showstopper. And what I wear normally depends on the setting.
Right.
So a few months ago, I was on a music video shoot with Danny Diamond, and the theme was, grunge, kind of industrial look. So I, wore a nice choker, black and red in a theme, zipper, metal, whatever fits the theme, because at the end of the day, you are a performer. You're to add on to the atmosphere, bring life to the atmosphere, and you're the eye candy, right? So gotta look the part.
Yeah, especially in those music videos. That's awesome. Do you get what's your slot? How long do you perform, and what day are you performing?
So I'll be performing on Friday, December the 16th at 9:25 p.m. Give or take a few minutes. And I will be doing 3 songs, but I won't tell you what those 3 songs
Excellent.
are because I love the element of surprise, just as this will surprise my parents.
Are they going to be there that night?
I didn't tell them because when I applied for Raw, I kind of did it all for myself. I wanted to show myself that I can, make a mark as a performer outside of the nightclub industry, outside of being a go-go
Right.
dancer. And, within the last year, having worked with other performers in Toronto, such as Erica Furness, Fiona Flauntet, like having seen their work in Toronto, it inspires me to do what I do today.
Now, when you do the performance at Raw, are you going to be by yourself, or are you going to have your go-go dancing troupe there with you?
So I will be performing by myself as I'm the face of Art of Harmony. The reason behind the name is because I model, I graphic design, and I'm a visual artist. I actually went to Queens for fine arts, and I perform as well. So it's one whole package, Art of Harmony.
That's
I
great.
harmonize all the art.
That's
Do you,
great.
so you've danced to obviously a great range of music.
Yes.
Can you give us a genre, or no, sorry, don't give us genre. But are you dancing in? Is it one genre of music that you'll be dancing to, or are you actually like dancing to many different genres?
I've picked 2 genres, but I dance to just electronic music, top 40. It really depends on the venue and the event that I'm doing. But for the Raw show, it'll be 2 genres and 3 songs.
Cool.
Well, that's great. So, of course, so people can go to the show at the Mod Club on
Yes.
the 16th. Do you have a website or anything online you want to let people know about?
No.
Hey! So I definitely have an Instagram. I'm currently in the works to create a full-on website. It's almost done.
That's what I meant by the no. I wasn't just saying like,
But,
no Harmony, no website.
Yes,
No
there will
website
be.
for
So definitely follow my Instagram. It's art.of.harmony, and so that's my Instagram. And you can definitely take a look at some of my photos that I've done performances and modeling images and stuff like that on rawartists.org/harmonyk.
Very cool.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming in today. I wish you all the best. It's a great art form. It's a whole new art form, and it's so great that
A whole new traditional art form that's thousands of years old.
Yes,
Yeah.
but
Yes.
pumping it up.
But we're just being introduced to it. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks so much. Okay, so we're gonna just take a little break here, like for lunch. We got lots more still coming up, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.